All right, so here on the upper left side of the map on Teldrim Altar is our blue Terran player, winner of the last game. The Team Slayers, he is.
Slayers Teja.
Yeah, we don't have Mr. Che to come and do the voices for us today. It's too bad.
It is too bad, man. Mr. Che is so good.
You do the sound effect too. You'd be like, shoo. And anyway, here is our Prime player. He is
Holland Prime Wheel. Holland Prime Wheel.
primed for action. I know.
Holland actually looked like he was in a really good mood today when I saw him
Yeah.
into the studio. Teja doesn't rhyme with hell yeah yet. I don't know what that means. Teja doesn't rhyme with hell yeah yet.
Well, if we change hundreds of years of rules for poetry, maybe someday it will rhyme, but
Doa doesn't rhyme with wolf yet.
Nope.
Someone should make a sign.
In the year 2012, Doa will rhyme with wolf. In a world. Anyway, TVP on Teldrim Altar. Oh yeah, my little story. Basically, when you got to Korea last time, you got to Korea like 6 hours before I left.
Yes.
So basically, we just like sat there and talked about StarCraft for 4 hours, and then I was like, all right, see ya. I'm getting on a plane, going back to America.
Yeah, I like high-fived you really quick, and then you left the country.
Traditional GSL high five, and then I left. I saw Wolf get there, and I'm like, I am out of here. No, it's okay. I like casting with Wolf.
For a second, I was like, wait, did you actually feel that way?
No,
I'm like, getting all insecure and stuff, Doa.
Never. I could never feel that way about someone who shares my passion for the Nintendo 64. But there's,
that probe, man. That probe, he just made the tech lab on the probe's face. It almost hit that probe. The probe was lucky.
That's right. It's not like Brood War where you can make pylons to block the add-ons and stuff like that. You don't see that very often in StarCraft 2.
Well, you can see people do it. I mean, it can be done. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
And you could even use the probe to block it, but then the Marine would come out anyways. You can't do that unless you know that your opponent's going tech lab first anyways, so...
It doesn't really slow things down that much. I mean, you just, I don't know. I suppose if you lift the barracks then the probe
if you lift
stop
the barracks,
it from landing.
then
That's like the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, don't ever lift the barracks. Don't do that, guys.
No. Despite what I may suggest, don't do things that I suggest.
This
Listen to Wolf.
This is going to be a Marauder expand most likely. He's making a Reaper first. That's going to be for scouting. He's already started concussive shells though. It's even almost done at this point. And there's the command center going down. So he's going to be doing a Reaper expand. The Reaper is going to let him know how defensive he needs to be as he takes this expansion. And then he's going to, of course, make mostly Marauders to hold. But if Hongen gets wind of this, I mean, he already knows about the tech lab. The SCV here is going to be denied. Reaper's going to jump in it. He already knows about this. And he's going to actually be forgetting, but this Reaper's going to see everything.
I was about to say that's actually really good that he got the SCV.
Oh, he's not going to see it.
What? Uh-oh.
That is not. That's like the least likely reply to a Marauder expand ever is a 4-gate. I mean, you can kill someone who's doing a Marauder expand with a 4-gate, but usually you see Stargate instead. Fast Stim coming down here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources spent on things that are not units for Slayer's Taker right now.
He's just adding his barracks now.
Yeah.
This is a really fast command center. The Marauder checking for pylons, but he didn't see the probe.
Nope. Wow.
Oh, man.
This is going to be a fast game, Wolf.
This pylon going down over here going to be quite good as well. Warp Gate research is done. So are the gateways. A bunker coming up. If this Marauder gets caught at the pylon, that's going to be bad as well. It looks like he is going to get caught.
Oh, no.
And now the bunker not even completed yet.
Yep. That is going to be really, really tough for Slayer's Taja to defend.
I don't think he's going to hold this. The bunker will fall here.
Yeah.
Now he's just going to make another closer pylon.
Oh, that's really smart with the Reaper, though.
But keep in mind, he does have that second pylon. He's even making a further forward one.
Now,
up here.
Taja's lucky that Hagen focused on that command center for a little bit. Because I feel like he gave Taja the opportunity to get out a few more units. I don't think it's going to matter, but...
Yeah, it's not really going to matter. The pylon's going to finish here. He's going to warp in mostly Zealots, given the SCVs are coming out.
Right.
And here come the Zealots now, warping in 4 of them. And this is going to be really bad. All he needs to do now is target down the Marauders with his Stalkers. The Zealots will do the rest.
Yep.
And a pylon being made inside of his base again so he can reinforce even more quickly.
Yep.
And it's just very unfortunate. GG.
Yeah.
Hagen ties it up 1-1.
Hagen protecting us from seeing his macro once again. So that ties it up, yeah. And both of these teams, you know, we saw how much they want it. This is pretty big. This is going to be in a pretty exciting match, Wolf.
Yeah. Hagen he reacted to that and the way I think no one expected.
Yeah.
When I saw that he only had 1 gas, I was like, well, I mean, I guess a fast Nexus is good against this as well, but then I thought he was going to go 1 gate expand. Then he added those gateways. It was really surprising.
Team's like, yeah, nice 4 gate.
Even Sella.
Yep.
Thinking about how that went. Tasia definitely going to be a little bit disappointed with the result of that, but he did everything right except he didn't see the gateways. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the Stalker was in a perfect position to deny that Reaper from getting in there and seeing it. I mean, I think Tasia maybe might have been able to get in there and see the gateways if he would have just kept going with his Reaper, but...
Hongan may have something to say to Tasia. No, actually,
maybe.
I think he's actually just going to go back into his booth.
Yeah.
I just saw...
Could be.
I saw Marine King egging him on there going like this, and I was like, is he going to go over there and tell Tasia, you know, what's up? Because after the Manor Mules last game and the craziness?
I don't know, man. It's like, I 4-gated you. What's up? How do you, is that really effective as far as an insult or a diss, you know?
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't know.
In PvT, it's actually really difficult to 4-gate. What's better is the 5-gate, the Genius 5-gate against the 1 Barracks expand. The 4-gate against the Marauder expand does not work in most cases. That was a really fast 4-gate. He used an extra chrono on the warp gate. It's actually as fast as like the old warp gate was around the same time.
Yeah.
But after that change, people stopped doing 4 gates, and then he did the extra chrono, and he just reacted to what his opponent was doing. And I think what he was thinking, Hongan was thinking was, well, Taja's not going to expect me to 4-gate, and I stopped his Reaper, so that's it, man.
Well, you know, I actually do. I gotta say, I do like to see players 4-gating stuff every once in a while because it's still a very valid opening. I mean, it's a valid opening. It's a very valid all-in. It's very strong. So in a team league scenario like this, absolutely 4-gate. You know, once in a while to get wins like this, even things up. Yeah, it's an important match.
It's funny because Taja actually did everything right.
Yeah.
Like, he actually did everything right. If he had only gotten his Reaper, and the Reaper is there before the Marauder to check, to make sure you're not 4-gating. So basically, you have 2 options. You can make the first Marauder, or you can make a Reaper. He made the Reaper just to check. Did everything normally. Did everything right. His stim was made immediately at that tech lab.
Yeah.
Added his barracks a little bit late, but that wouldn't have mattered anyways. So they wouldn't have been done either way.
Stim takes forever to make now.
Yeah. So either way, it was just the fact that he didn't have the bunker up in time. He actually would have ideally wanted to have 2 the second he saw the 4-gate.
It's really tough to hold it with 1 bunker with a big open area like that.
Especially if you can't even finish the bunker. But let's find out who Slayers is going to pick.
Who is it?
Is it going to be Ryung, or is Ryung going to pick up Slayer's Boxer and tell him that it's time?
The Emperor himself, the crowd going wild right now.
Yeah, man. The Emperor made an appearance yesterday, of course, re-qualifying for Code. He's coming to play here in the Team League. And tomorrow, he's going to be playing against his old rival, Yellow.
Do you realize, dude, this means we get to cast Boxer 2 days in a row?
Yeah, and Taesos will be casting him tomorrow no matter what happens.
Yeah. It's all Boxer all week here
all
at the
Boxer
GSL.
all week, man. That's how I wish my life were when I was a kid.
He's, he's got a losing record in the team, in GSL in general. He hasn't really performed terribly great, but I mean, his spirit is still the same as it ever was. I mean, if you meet this guy in person, you know that he cares about every game like nobody else. I mean, he really cares. Yeah.
He's got a good mouse punchy there. I need to get a mouse punchy.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to get the Technomart.
All right, we need to go, like, after this. Oh, wait, no, the Technomart's closed.
Yeah, well, Phoenix wanted to go there, so we're going to take Phoenix to the Technomart tomorrow.
We're going to go tomorrow. Yep. No excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses this time.
That's right. Whoa.
Look at all those signs.
That is a lot of Hangul. If you gave me half an hour, I could sound that all out.
I'm like trying to read all of it just to find something I could like translate for you guys, but there's just not a whole lot I can actually understand very well.
We have to congratulate Dignitas Phoenix on his first ever day at the GSL today. Yeah, he's coming and watching. He came with Happy Zerg. Saw him in the back there.
Hong and look, he looks really relaxed.
Oh no, what happened to his neck?
He like fell over. That 4-gate was so easy to pull off. He's like, oh right, oh sorry, I actually have to like play a real game now.
Tripped on his way into the booth and he like has to play.
Playing against Slayer's Boxer is something that doesn't make people nervous from a skill standpoint. Well, hold that thought. We'll talk about it when we get back. We're actually going to take a 2-minute break. When we get back, Hongan versus Slayer's Boxer.